Hello, everyone, and welcome to part two of my Darkly Dreaming Paris one shot. Thank you for joining us for a surprise double dose of horror shenanigans. My name is Alex, and I will be your humble game master this evening. Tonight we are playing Modern Age, which is produced by Green Running Publishing. It is a 3d6 system that focuses on telling all manner of modern RPG stories, from gritty detective tales to grandiose cyberpunk epics. It utilizes the Age system, which features a unique stunt point mechanic which gives players an incredible amount of options to customize their actions on the fly. I think it's really cool. And Roll20 does the math for us all on its own, which is also really handy. We are playing a mature rated horror game tonight, so I would like to extend a viewer discretion warning. The dark acts that follow have the following content warnings in no particular order: suicidal activity, mass murder, blasphemy, treachery, child endangerment, gore, and adultery. There are also Nazis in this scenario, which comes along with some of their own war crime content warnings. We've gathered some damnable heroes tonight. Say hello, heroes.
Hello,
Hello,
heroes.
heroes.
Help.
Oh, I should have said say help, heroes. Cool. I want to give everyone a chance to tell us a little about themselves, the character they are playing, and have them answer my question of the day, which is, what would your personal version of hell be? Starting with Wiki.
Really? This is my personal version of hell.
What part?
The part where you say, "Oh, hey, I do have a question of the day," and then, "Hey, we're live," and "Oh, you get to go first."
Oh,
But like on repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's it. Also, on the side, like between those things, I'd also have to watch Into Darkness like on repeat.
Oh my god. Taking notes.
Yeah, Jonesy.
Hi,
Oh, and
everybody.
ninjas.
And the character you're playing.
Oh, I don't remember. Josephine Dubois. Sorry, I played so many characters yesterday. I forgot who I was playing tonight. Yeah, Josephine Dubois. She's she likes to poison people. Occasionally the wrong people, but mostly the right people. And she's having a tea party right now.
She's my boss, if anybody asks.
Okay, now Jonesy.
Hi, everybody. I am Jonesy. And as far as the question of the day, um, standing in a checkout line behind someone who doesn't know what they're doing, and it just doesn't stop. It's like I'm stuck there. It's just it never moves forward. It just yeah.
That's a good answer.
And then as far as who I'm playing Carson. He is an Irishman who's stuck over in France when everything went to hell because it's World War II. He's been traveling around France since then, doing what he can to help the resistance, and he might like his alcohol a little too much.
Surely not.
And so, with that, I will kick it on over to Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. My personal hell would be working Christmas Eve at a luxury country club where everyone's members' families have flown in and there's kids screaming and running everywhere with broken glass and their shoes are off and we can't get control.
I didn't like any of that.
No.
That's
Oddly
oddly
specific.
specific.
Yeah, it really is. Really is oddly specific.
Yeah, it's specific for a reason.
You've been to this hell before, haven't you?
I have. And I came back, so that makes me a hero, right?
Presumably. Who are you playing tonight?
Oh, I'm playing the guide, Naomi
Something.
They call him.
She's a chick who's lived underground for I don't remember how long, but she is hiding from the Nazis. Sorry, you'll have to refresh my memory.
No, that's all true.
Okay. Yep, that's what I got for you.
Don't let the Nazis find you.
Don't let the Nazis find you.
And Deuce.
Hey, I'm the Deuce. I'm playing Yasha, the pleasant Russian bear. He's just the nicest guy. There's no trauma. This is not his bad dream. Not at all. And if I had to say my personal hell, it could be ninjas. It could be Rachel's because that's oddly specific and terrifying. But I think it could only truly be one thing, and that's playing a superhero game with nothing but speedsters. Freaking terrible.
And they're all named Cody.
Ooh, just maple syrup and sandpaper all over the place.
Yep.
The worst. Yeah, that's the worst I could imagine. But yeah, and back to Alex.
Yeah, I'm Alex. I'll be the GM, as I said. And my personal idea of hell is anytime somebody explains my area of expertise to me incorrectly. Really, really annoys me. They don't have to be dudes, but it's
Usually
often
dudes.
men. Or being stuck in a game being run by somebody else who hasn't updated their game master technique since 1986. Because that has happened to me before, and it's the worst.
Oh, shots fired.
I won't name any names because I have forgotten their name. Just as history will.
You burned it from the record?
Mm-hmm. Struck. Blacklisted. Be gone. But yeah, I think without further ado, we are good to go ahead and get started. So, last time on Darkly Dreaming Paris, our heroes met with their resistance contact Marcel Brousseau in a dingy basement safe house where Marcel unfurled this amazing old-timey map and said that he had theoretically located the burial place of Nicholas Flamel and his legendary Philosopher's Stone. Ordinarily, this kind of rumor wouldn't be enough to get the resistance interested, but a group of Ahnenerbe researchers from the SS showed up, and anything that Hitler wants, the resistance decides he shouldn't have. At the very least, he shouldn't have it. Maybe they should have it. So, Marcel said, please head over to this church on the western end of Paris, make your way down into the catacombs, and find that stone and bring it back. Our heroes managed to infiltrate the church where the Germans had been set up. They surprisingly made it through without killing all of the Nazis present, but they did kill the one that everybody hated, so that was really good. Carson put on a priest's robes, and I don't think he's going to take them off for the rest of the adventure. Because he is Father
Just
Carson
what he
now.
lives in now.
They were able to get down into the catacombs. They found a statue of Nicholas Flamel pointing in a direction that they had to go. Once they solved the riddle of the statue moved, and there was a small tunnel that they were able to crawl into. The statue itself had the inscription from the Gates of Hell found in Dante's Inferno, and the tunnel said they will be made to crawl on their bellies into the Kingdom of Darkness. Our heroes each chose to crawl on their bellies into the Kingdom of Darkness, one after the other, with each of them landing in their own personal hellscape related to the terrible thing from the characters' individual pasts. Naomi found herself standing in the catacombs with the ghostly visage of her little sister staring back at her with striped pajamas and ghostly haunted eyes, causing Naomi to run after her. Josephine found herself in a weird house party where she came upon a little girl's room where there was a little girl waiting to have a tea party with her. Yasha woke up inside a church and tried to convince the residents of the church to evacuate before disaster struck, and then they ignored him and disaster struck. And Carson found himself in the pit crew of the car that he used to work on, with the mangled body of his former associate, telling him that the car needs to be repaired so he could begin driving. Carson decided instead to jump in the car and drive it away. So we are going to pick up tonight's game with each of our heroes sort of still ensconced in this personal hellacious scenario. So, again, last warning, things are going to be bad, real bad for a little bit. We have lots of content that is not real bad, so please, if this is too much, come back and see us for our regular superhero stuff on Mondays and Tuesdays. And I'm gonna start with the worst with Naomi.
The worst. It's like, what?
Worst. Oh God.
So Naomi, you are making your way through the catacombs, following the trail of your ghostly little sister. And the whirling sort of walls of skulls and bones, you feel their eyes following you as you are making your way through this twisting labyrinth of human remains. Every now and then you'll see your little sister ahead of you, ducking around a corner, and you're able to barely keep pace with her as you're making your way through. What is your little sister's name? Can you tell us a little bit about what she looks like?
So little sister's name is Stacia. And I am imagining her to be this like skin and bones. I'm having trouble with words now. Blonde hair, like stringy blonde hair. Looks like she hasn't eaten in months. Dark black eyes. That's what I'm getting.
Excellent. Will you give me the first roll of the night?
Okay.
You give me a perception tracking or survival test. So that is a 10 with 1 stub point. You are able to successfully keep up with her, thanks to your experience down here in the twisting catacombs. You start to smell the sort of industrial smoke smell as you're making your way through the twisting hallways.
Okay. Industrial smoke smell. Is this a smell that I am familiar with?
It reminds you of the various factories and stuff from the surface world.
Okay.
Possibly a train yard.
Smoke. Okay, so there's a fire somewhere.
That's what it smells like.
That's what it smells. Okay. I mean, I can't go back. I'm chasing her right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get to her. Is she still within? Is she not earshot? Can I still see her?
She's ducked around a corner up ahead.
Okay, so I keep following her.
When you come to that corridor, you do see the catacomb stretches out ahead of you, but it seems to melt away about halfway through the hallway and spill out into a sort of a early twilight train station. You do see Stacia standing there on the boarding platform.
Okay.
And it looks like she's waiting for you to come closer.
Okay. And this isn't a memory. I'm not familiar with this.
No, this is new to you.
Alrighty. I'm gonna ask her where we're going.
She looks up at you with big sunken eyes. We're going where you sent me.
Well, I don't want to go where they sent you.
Not they, where you sent me.
I didn't send you anywhere. They found you.
You let them take me.
And I live with that every day.
And she holds up a little hand, and her sleeve rolls back, and you see there is a tattooed number across the front of her forearm.
Oh, God. Okay. So I take her hand, willingly walk into a concentration camp. because I don't know what else to do. It's not like I can be like, nope, peace out, I'm going to bed.
You could. That is that's a perfectly cromulent solution to your problem.
I kind of want to, but I'm in the catacombs right now. And I don't know where any of my group is. I feel like the only way to get out of this is forward.
That is very bravely done.
The look on your face.
Sorry, my face isn't on mute.
Okay, fine. So what? Okay, fine. What happens if I turn right back around and say, nope, I'm not doing this?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to turn right back around and say, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm going to go back the way that I went.
She calls out Naomi's name one more time, and then she fades away into the ether.
Okay.
And we'll
See,
come back to
fine.
Naomi.
What was that?
I said, and we'll come back to Naomi to see what happens next.
Okay.
I'm sure it's fine.
Normal day.
I feel like I'm not going to make it out of this no matter what I do. So,
I don't know what's going to happen.
well, I know that whatever's going to happen, it's going to be the worst out of all four of us. So,
No, there's bad, there's worse, and there's Alex. You might get Alexed.
I think we're all getting Alex.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. Everything's going to be fine.
Remember, you signed up for this.
It's true.
I'm learning
Deuce.
regret. Oh no, that means I'm next worst.
I didn't say that.
He did not say that.
It's true. I did not say that either. Deuce, you are in the worship space of this church. The people have gathered together. They are praying quietly to one another, and you are smelling the smoke outside.
And I have beat and thrown things at the windows and slammed myself against the windows and doors to no avail. So, Yasha gonna do dumb. After yelling at them and them not moving, he's going to lift his firearm if he has it. Just making sure.
You do have your firearm, yes.
He'll lift his rifle up, shoot twice into the air, hopefully just to startle them into some sort of reaction other than complacency and prayer. Start screaming at them, your God wants you to save yourselves. It's time to run. And he'll, after shooting twice, he'll point at the gentleman in front of him and level the gun at his head. If you don't save yourselves, I'll kill you here.
When you shoot twice up into the air, the bullets do not go into the air. You see bullet holes open on the foreheads of two of the people gathered around.
He will curse a few different times in Russian, but did any of the rest of them move or react?
They all stand up in unison and look at you with unfeeling faces.
Grab one and just shake him. Just
It has
nothing,
begun,
huh?
Yasha. It cannot be unbegun.
If it can't be undone, I'll do it again if I have to, but for the love of all gods, this is your chance to live.
This is your chance to die.
I'll shoot that one with a grimace.
There is
Just
no
leave.
reaction from the others.
He will tear up, but gritting his teeth in a very familiar stance to him, take that position from many, many nights ago and just start shooting.
Excellent. Are you going to shoot everybody?
If not a single one of them reacts, yes.
That's a choice.
And I made it. Again. I mean, no, this has never happened before. Totally new.
So you unload. You fire over and over and over again. Your forearms begin to ache from the repeated motion. When you run out of ammo, you reload. Over and over and over again. These people, these unfeeling, unmoving shadows of people that you have killed before, collapse to the ground with their very familiar injuries. And as the last person falls, the front door of the church opens. The boards fall away and the door swings open.
He'll sniffle a little to himself, wipe his face off and try and compose himself once more. Fairly ineffectually, but that's fine. More than won't so much carry the rifle as just drag it alongside me and start walking towards the doors.
When you come out the front door, you step into the freezing cold Siberian wilderness, and you see there is a ring of people dressed similarly to you. You recognize your commanding officer from this event. He looks down at you with a face that is a mix of pride and pity. And you notice his face sort of sinks down into a grim sort of glower in your direction. Tovarish, why are you acting so beat up about this?
It's done. It's over. We do what a soldier must do. It's terrible work.
No, what you have done is for the greater glory of Mother Russia. And for the workers across the world whose message we will take.
Da. It's...
And
So,
go ahead.
so the work is done tonight. Let's go back, go home.
You have received new orders.
And we will follow these orders, sir.
He hands you a shin bone.
Take it in hand. Look at him a little confused, but what, sir?
They are your orders. Interpret them as you will.
Look it over and nod. Is there any writing, anything on it, any markings?
There does appear to be a seam in the middle of the bone. Looks like you could crack it in half and find something in the middle.
Oh, like a Kinder egg, Kinder bone. Sure. Like run my finger along it and we'll crack it open and see.
Excellent. As you do so, you see there is this sort of brass skeleton key in the middle of it. And when you snap it, there is a slamming of wood as a door opens in the middle of the snow off to your right.
Salute the commander, take the key, and walk towards the door. Walk to anywhere but here. That sounds great. Mysterious doorway, fine. Through the magical door to Neverland.
So you head off to the magical door to Neverland, and as you step through, you hear the church behind you. The fire has spread into the upper timbers, and the entire structure collapses in broken wood, glass, and shattered memories and hopes.
Yay!
Meanwhile, Josephine,
Tag.
you're at a tea
Yay!
party with a little girl.
Yep.
She's looking up at you. She pours tea. There's nothing in the pot, but she pours it in a plastic cup for you.
Okay.
It's probably not plastic. It's 1942. It's probably
Yeah,
fine.
it's
probably
a real
glass. Yeah.
tea set. Yeah. Especially not plastic during the war.
Yeah.
I will pick up the teacup.
And what is your name?
Josephine?
Josephine's a pretty name for a princess. Are you a princess?
Not that I'm aware of.
That's too bad. I think everybody should get to be a princess if that's what they want to be.
Are you a princess?
That's what I want to be when I grow up.
Well,
I'm
I'm
gonna
sure you will
be-
make
I'm
a
going to be
lovely
an opera
princess.
singer and a princess.
So are you going to be the princess of the opera?
Yes.
That sounds lovely.
And I will marry the Phantom.
Oh, don't do that. He's a terrible person.
He is a terrible person. The stream not brought to you by Andrew Lloyd Webber and his weird perversion. She says, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Oh, a good person.
Good person.
But I grew up a long time ago. And sometimes we don't get what we want.
You don't look grown up.
Do I look grown up to myself?
You do look grown up to yourself.
Okay, cool.
But you notice that her eye line is as if you were a toddler.
Okay, that's disturbing. Well, I am very grown up.
Do you know my daddy?
Unfortunately, yes.
You don't like my daddy?
I don't.
Oh. He's not going to be happy to hear that.
I know.
And she stands up, and she is going to go out into the hallway.
I'll let her go out to the hallway. I will just sip my pretend tea.
And you're pointing up to your adult mouth?
Yeah? Where else would I put it?
I'm just checking for my nose.
Do I have another mouth that I need to be aware of?
Roll a perception check.
Oh God. Not the answer I was looking for. 12.
So you think long and hard on if you have another mouth. And you do feel almost this pressure against the bottom couple of buttons in your shirt. And there's this fabric. It almost feels like you're kissing fabric on your stomach.
Nope. No. Absolutely not. Nope, we're going to ignore that and move on.
Cool.
We're going to pretend that is not a thing and sip our tea like we are not some kind of hellish abomination.
Cool.
Tummy's rumbling.
It's mumbling, actually. After a few moments, Josephine, the little girl does come back, and you see that her father is with her, or at least the faceless mannequin version of her father is with her.
Yep.
And he looks down to your stomach and says, I'm sorry that you don't like me, little girl. Is there something I can do to make that better for you? I don't want to get off on the wrong foot.
How long ago was that party?
That party was only 2 years ago. You would not have been a child at this party.
Yeah. You could have died 2 years ago like you were supposed to.
Your friend is not very nice. Katya. That's her name now.
That's her name now.
Well, if you had killed me 2 years ago, maybe you wouldn't be in this situation.
That's quite probable.
Maybe this is your chance to undo the bad that you've done.
What's done can't be undone. I'm not a naive child.
Hmm.
No matter what my stomach mouth tells you.
Let me out! And he seems to take this in. He nods and says, very well. You have 3 choices then. You could set things right. You can do things as you say, as they have been done. Or you can do nothing.
Well, I mean, you're dead already, so I think I have set things right.
Oh, you think that I am the Max from that fell down the pit? No. You're in my world now.
I wasn't aware I left your world.
Of course, the reporter's the glib one.
Let's set things right, shall we?
And the creature sort of nods, and as it sort of releases itself, you do see that Max's face reasserts itself as a human face instead of the blank mannequin face.
Is there tea in my cup?
There is now.
Is there tea in the other cup?
There is.
I will,
And Katya is going for it.
I will reach down and take the tea, both cups, pass a cup to non-mannequin face. Whatever the French version of salut is.
Baguette.
Baguette. I don't think that's correct.
Hmm.
I think that's right.
I don't think it's right either. Sorry
don't
to our
see-
French audience. I have to say that now because 2 people in France read my whole book this week.
Yes, we much apologize to our French audience.
Mm-hmm.
And be happy I'm not doing my French accent.
Fair.
And drink the tea with my normal human mouth.
Good answer. Good answer, Steve. High or low?
Low.
It is low. You do not drink the poison tea. Max takes it. He drinks very deeply. And he looks down at his little daughter and he says, "That is delicious. That is. Give my regards to the court." And he sort of begins choking up and his eyes begin to drip red with blood. And Mannequin Face falls to the ground convulsing and seizing up. And Katya looks up directly at your belly and says, "Very nicely done. Right this way."
My eyes are up here.
My eyes are down here, she says.
I'm aware. And I will take her hand and we will walk downstairs and leave that mess behind us.
Excellent. Carson,
Yeah,
you're in a car. I'm pretty sure.
I'm quite a content just sitting here listening to everyone else's trauma. So
Oh, Carson's just gonna sit in the car. Shit, what was his name? Hold please, it's been 2 weeks.
Alex is
Please.
buffering.
Hold please while hell checks its notes.
Look, it's been 2 weeks and like 2 conventions and like 10 games since I ran this game.
hell is loading times. Hell is dial-up.
Hell is other people. Hope everybody's having fun.
Everybody had shoes. There's no kids walking in glass. It's a win.
Yay.
Yay.
Stacia probably didn't have shoes.
Oh,
Stacia did not have shoes.
It's one of the first things they took.
no speedsters or ninjas though.
It's true, no ninjas so far.
They get to show up in Carson's dream.
Don't want to leave your car. Throwing star.
Why are these ninjas all Scottish? Don't ask.
Why are they all wearing dickies? All right, so Carson, you are sitting in the LaRue #1 racing car. Your good friend, Mr. LaRue, is not is standing outside of it, saying, "What are you doing, Carson? I have to get in there, or we're not going to win. We're not going to defeat Max." We can't let that Kraut beat us.
And with that, I'm going to not have any appropriate focuses, but I'm going to drive anyway.
Cool. You are certainly free to drive off. You know how it works, how the car starts, and how it shifts gear and the like. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check. If you have driving, that would be an appropriate focus, but
But I don't. So I fix the cars. I don't drive the cars. I got a 15.
15 is pretty good. You are racing along, and as you are going, you do see that you are heading off into the Italian countryside. There is sort of this winding, twisting course ahead of you that you have been, that you and the drivers have been racing on through the better part of the day. However, there is sort of this surreal, abstract art thing going on with the course. Several of the buildings on either side of the track are floating off the ground. There is sort of the dark smell of sulfur rolling across your windshield as you are making your way, and the car itself is rattling and shaking under the stress of the sabotages you've put into it. You are able to maintain your spot in the track right now, but you're not sure what's going to happen if you keep driving.
Well, I'm obviously going to keep driving, so.
Excellent. Give me another driving check. Another vehicle. Dexterity check. This is the second game this week where Jonesy has been driving like crazy.
Yep. Yeah, actually, yes. That one did not do nearly as well. That was a whopping 11.
With an 11, the car, you do see this big bend coming up, and you sort of rumble up to it, and you're able to get around the bend, but your front right tire keeps going straight into the void. And you are on 3 tires. The car is pitched over a little bit, and there are sparks coming off of the right-hand side.
Well, I'm going to try to bank the car and get it so it's not going to get nailed by other drivers, and try to just pull over to the side.
Excellent. Give me one more dexterity check.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. 14.
That's pretty good. You are able to avoid being T-boned by any of the other Grand Prix drivers. Despite Max's best attempt to slam into you, you're able to just get out of the way. However, as you come over to the side of the curve to sort of try and pull off, you realize that there is no side of the curve here. It sort of drops off into this abyss on the other side of the road. I'm going to need one more dexterity check to avoid pitching off the side of it. Unless you choose to pitch off the side of it.
I'm assuming I do not choose to do it, but with my 10, I suspect I do anyway.
You do. So the car, you sort of come to this rumbling, almost stop. You slam into the side of the road, and with the tire missing on the front, the car sort of lurches forward, giving you this sickly feeling in your stomach as the car flips over into the darkness. You feel several heavy impacts along the side of the car, along with this sort of free-falling sensation throughout the rest of your body. There is the sound of crunching metal, the taste of copper fills your mouth, and you find yourself, you find the car impaled on the steeple of a church. Some of it is broken into the top of this building, some of it is discarded across the roof, and most of your body is shattered against the crucifix and the steering wheel.
Awesome.
And it hurts like a son of a bitch. As you are sort of recovering, bringing your senses back into yourself, you do hear Mr. Leroux's voice. I think his name's Henri Leroux. Yeah, that sounds right. Henri is... he's sort of perched on the crucifix, looking down at you, almost like this strange bird-like human. His spine is sort of crooked down over. His hands are sort of nestled in close like a velociraptor. And he has these long extended elbows, and he's sort of looking down on you with his broken, shattered face. Saying, are you content with this being your fate? Or do you want to switch places again?
Knowing what is coming, this is the fate I deserve, but I need to. I need to stop them.
And there is this sick sound in your head as you feel your wounds being knit back together by some kind of dark magic. As Henri reaches down with his long, dislocated limbs and grabs you up underneath your shoulders and wrenches you up out of the wreckage and sort of seeps into the seat, almost like a liquid, with this sort of distinct Rice Krispie sound of his cracking bones dragging himself into the main steering wheel. He says, I knew that was what you were going to choose, Carson. Go, see your friends. And as you climb down off of the church, you step back down into the darkness, and you find yourself standing in the catacombs once more. There are the sort of dispassionate skulls staring at you from the wall. As you come down seemingly from the ceiling, you run into Yasha, who is coming out of another hallway. And Josephine, who is coming out of another hallway. And Naomi, who is coming out of another hallway.
Checking for my alcohol. Checking for my alcohol. Checking for my alcohol.
Carson wins the lottery. You get a big bear hug. Carson, good man. Wonderful to see you. And it's far too tight. Good to see you, friend.
You had your alcohol, and then Yasha grabbed you.
My arm can't move. It's I'm trying to to get the drink. Thanks. Breathe, like little.
Oh yes,
less.
breathe. Yes. Good man, good to him. Ha ha.
So sitting there in his stolen priest robes, Carson's taking a shot from his flask.
Excellent. It has
Are
a
we
very.
the only ones here?
You're the only ones in this hallway. Yes.
Okay.
Josephine,
Duh.
you still feel that distinct uncomfortableness in your lower regions.
No. 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 I will turn around and face away from the other people and look because you clearly want me to look.
You don't have
So.
to. Look. That is between you and Jesus, not me. But if you do look, you do see there is a distinct human mouth with red lipstick where your belly button is supposed to be.
So glad I didn't hug you.
Not normal. And I cover that up, turn back around because that's a 5 minutes from now problem. That's not a now problem.
Do you say not normal out loud?
Sure, but in French.
Which one of you says not normal?
That's
You or
the funny
Bobby?
thing. Since it's uncovered, it says you say that in unison with your stomach mouth.
My stomach mouth.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
So is her mouth. So is the stomach mouth talking when she talks?
Only when it's uncovered.
You're your own chorus.
So are we all actually reunited, or is this an illusion?
You appear to be reunited.
And it feels so good.
Carson is good. Good hug. Good hug.
You can all smell Yasha.
He does stink like socks. Dirty socks.
I smell like the French people I'm around. That's all. So tunnel was fun. Let's find stone. Yeah.
You have an interesting definition of the word fun.
Okay. Tunnel was very tight and terrible. Let's find stone. Yeah.
Sure. What does it look like where we are?
You are currently standing in a four-way intersection. Jonesy came from the ceiling. So there are the three hallways that the three of you emerged from, and there is another hallway heading off the opposite direction of the ones that you all came out of.
And Carson just sort of fell from the ceiling.
Yes.
He just sort of spilled out of the ceiling.
There was a sucking noise. And a pop. And Carson appeared.
Okay.
Right.
I was just glad for the hug. I'm going to ignore that fact. Didn't happen. Am I still holding a key, by the way?
You are still holding a key.
Yeah, all right. We'll just keep it in the old memory bank for now.
I'm gonna walk up to Yasha and poke him in the belly button.
Poke you back. I feel like this is worse for me, but I'll poke
Yep,
you
it
back.
definitely works for you.
Wiki, roll a d6 for me.
Oh no. Oh, I don't know if I want to.
Yasha, you take 4 points of penetrating damage as your finger is bit.
Ow, 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 ow. 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 To get the knife under there? What the heck?
You'll never know. And I'm gonna walk down the hallway that no one came out of.
Josephine's
back.
walking away. Is anybody going with Josephine?
More confused, but sure.
Yes. Let me follow the woman
Yeah.
whose stomach just bit me.
Yeah, I'll follow, but I'm keeping my distance.
I have followed worse people.
I'm keeping my distance from Josephine's stomach.
I was really just checking to see if he had one too.
No, I have a bite mark.
Did it break the skin?
It did. It did 4 points of
Now-
damage, so that, on a scale of 1 to 26, that did 4. I think that's how many hit points Yasha has total.
On a scale of 1 to ouch, it did damage. I got hits.
Might have bit
Cool.
the front knuckle off.
And now it did a quarter of my life.
Cool. So off you guys head down the dark, spooky catacombs. Who's leading the way? I know Josephine took off first, but
I don't want to be anywhere near her stomach.
It's fine. Just don't poke it.
Don't
I'll-
poke it.
I'll take the lead. Me and my stomach mouth. We're here for it.
excellent. So Josephine, you begin leading the way, and sure enough, the catacombs begin sprawling out ahead of you. As you are heading through, you do find yourself back, you think, in the room that had the statue in it before the tunnel.
Mhm.
The statue, however, appears to be on the other side of the wall now. The other side of the hallway from its original
Cool.
position.
More important question. Is there still a body at the bottom of the...
There is not. And that
I just-
ladder does not go up into the church, it goes down.
I should start cursing in both German and French. And some Russian words I picked up from Yasha along the way.
Oh, that was very good. That's still hard, but very good.
Anybody else see a problem with any of this?
The fact you cut me with your belly, yes.
Okay, we've moved past that. That's a later problem. This is a everything else is wrong problem.
I have not moved past that.
Well, move past it. Move past it quickly, because we have other bigger fish to fry.
Do we?
Also, sorry, Miss Violent Violet, for the sound effects this episode.
But not
No,
really.
no apologies.
Squish.
Squelch.
But
Wet squelching intensifies.
seriously,
Stop.
I'm very confused right now.
Did we get turned around in tunnel and back in hole?
I'm gonna walk over to the statue.
Mhm.
Is there still the thing behind it?
It looks like there is. You could still see the seam of the tunnel that goes into the deeper parts of the catacombs that you entered.
Mhm.
But the statue doesn't appear to have been opened. It still has the grasping hand.
Is my ring still gone?
The ring is not here, but it is gone on you.
Interesting.
You also notice, as you're taking a closer look, give me an intelligence investigation check or a perception seeing test, whichever one's best.
You'd think as a journalist I'd have investigation, but I don't. So
Welcome
Yeah.
to first level.
14.
You notice that the Latin on the base of the statue is written backwards.
Um,
We in a parallel universe?
I mean, if I wander over to the hole that's now on the floor instead of the ceiling and look down,
You look down, you do see there is a church in there.
Are we in the upside down?
I don't know.
We're in the upside down.
I'm gonna look at everybody. Does anyone
Oh.
have a goatee?
We are on the inverse because the other is copyrighted and trademarked.
got it.
Mhm, mhm.
Legally
Legally
distinct.
Yep.
That's twice, Jonesy. 3 times you have me coke.
It's the underside.
The underside. We're in the underside.
That's an appropriate Alex level of trauma cringy.
Yeah.
The underside.
Mhm.
We are in the undercarriage of doom.
Okay.
Oh, just you wait till we get going.
Right. Uh None of this makes any sense. And I'm speaking to the room, not the people that are with me.
Well, no shit.
Neither of my mouths were talking to you, Yasha.
Wait, what?
And is it the first time our characters have encountered spookiness on this level, or is this?
Oh yeah,
We-
yeah.
Just
Nothing weird or
confirm.
supernatural has happened to you before.
Just confirming. Um,
There's a church down there. Yeah.
Does it look like the room we left?
Sort of. Everything is on the other side of the room from where it was that you remember it being. Also, everything looks incredibly old and withered and tarnished in this room down there.
no, I'm gonna start climbing down.
Excellent.
After you, Father.
So, Carson, you climb down the ladder and you wind up emerging feet first into the bishop's study, you remember from the previous church.
I'm gonna go over and look for a copy of the good book.
You do see a book on the desk.
I'll open it up and look at the rating and see if it's wonky.
You do see that the writing is backwards. Also, the pages are incredibly old and they have this stiff sort of feeling to them. They don't feel quite like paper. The ink is red, but it is all written backwards. But give me an intelligence check, Carson.
Do I want to though? I think I might want to fill this test. May not want to know.
You must not read from the book.
13.
You-
Lucky 13.
No, you have me coke.
You are able to tell that this is probably the Bible, based on some of the Latin within, since you're a good Catholic boy. However, you do see there are notes written in the margins in a couple of places that are written right side up. And they are signed by NF. They are notes speaking specifically of... There seem to be circled numbers on the sides for like psalm and line descriptions. You're able to gather a number sequence. The number sequence is... Sorry, doing math real quick.
Same as my luggage.
1, 2, 3.
It is 7, 7, actually. 7, 7, and F.
So just 2 sevens.
2 sevens and an NF. Yep.
It's just kind of wrong.
While they're playing around in the undercarriage room, I'm still curious about this statue. I'm going to take one of the bullets out of my gun,
Mhm.
put it in the hand, because bullets are made of lead.
They are. The bullet turns into gold, and the statue rolls to the other side. And you see behind it there is another one of those low tunnels. This one, however, instead of just being mostly blocked with bone and just big enough to squeeze through, you do see there are several open human hands reaching to grab whatever is entering the tunnel. Several dozen human hands.
Guys,
Uh,
um, just come look.
walk over. Take a step away from Josephine, so I don't want to get hit. Oh, you got statue to. Oh,
The hands do not break the threshold of the tunnel, but they reach straight up, grasping and grabbing, trying to get anything that is entering into the tunnel.
oh.
I come up behind Yasha and I look in and I say, I think I've had enough for today.
I would like to go home, please.
Do we have to go back through tunnel to go home?
I sure hope not.
Ah,
I have a nagging suspicion that we do.
Though, if we do, I'm bleeding with my stomach.
Ow, 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 shit, ow, shit, ow.
Yeah, grab that! Grab that!
you go first. Your tummy can show it what for.
Yeah, I'm not going first this time.
I'll walk back over the hall and yell down, Garza, you okay?
I don't know, but I think the guy we're looking for is down here.
Okay.
Not looking for-
Joseph. Josephine, little guy, do you want to go down and join Carson? Maybe best stay together, not split up. Yeah.
I'm certainly not going in there right now.
Wonderful, wonderful. Down we go. I'll go join Carson in the underside room.
Yeah, I think I'd rather deal with someone's undercarriage than that.
Nice.
Yes, to the undercarriage we go.
If the system had hero points, I'd give you one. So into the undercarriage everybody goes. It's a tight fit, but you're all able to fit into the little office. And it looks very much as you remembered it, minus the dead Nazi at the bottom of the ladder.
That was the best part.
It was the best part.
Really brought the room together.
Yeah.
Well, bonding moment.
Splash of color. Really. Just can't find good decorators. Is there a door out?
There is a door out on the other side of the room from where you remember the door being.
I'll peek while Carson reads.
Actually, you know what I could probably do?
A map, a map.
Invert the map.
I can do that.
Okay, but now there's a car inside of the church.
Yeah, I gotta move the car.
Do you
Do you
have
though?
to?
Hiccups.
Stop it.
Oh, the guide's over here. I'll get rid of the Nazis. That car's not here either. I don't know why I just moved it over there, but
Freaking hiccups.
do you hear the hiccups?
Yes. always.
All right, what would you guys like to do?
Do I
Like to
hear?
get the stone and go home.
Oh, you cracked the code. You guys win.
Yeah.
All you had to do was ask me.
This is the polite module.
I'm gonna do that one day. It's not today, but I'm gonna do that one day.
Crack the door open and listen. Do I hear undercarriage Nazis or Easons? I don't know what you call them.
Easons. Is-ans.
As hands.
Give me a perception hearing test.
Oh, I can fail that. Hold on. There's a 10, see?
You're sort of listening, Yasha, and you don't hear anything moving beyond other than the crackling of candles.
Fire. Nope. No more fire. I'm good with that one. Just shut the door. That's okay. Looks clear. So what'd you find, Carson?
This book looks like there's some notes left by NF.
Who's NF?
Nicholas Flamel.
Oh,
That's my guess.
So
you right.
Maybe.
on the other side, the place we came from, they're digging over there. So why don't we go over there? To
What
the
does the note say?
The note just says 77NF.
That's not very helpful.
Sometimes it's my job to be helpful. This is not one of those times.
Well, we don't hear anyone moving around over here, so I'm gonna hop open the door and step out and see what I see.
Excellent. The church looks very much as you remember it from the other side, except the floors are slick with human blood.
You don't think that would have been useful information, Yasha?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yasha was listening, not looking.
They dropped their Nazi up here, not down there. It's backwards. The underside is different.
We've had this conversation. You want to use all your senses.
All of them.
All of them.
All at once.
My seeing saw terrible things. My hearing heard horrible things. My feeling felt horrible things. All the senses are not good right now.
Yeah, Carson, the blood outside looks like it's about ankle deep across the floor of the church.
And this is where we are thankful that he is using modern age and does not have Cthulhu Awakens yet. Because there would be horrible tests that we would need to fail. I mean, not make at this point. I'm going to start reciting scripture as I not playing the priest, but was a good Catholic boy. As I in Latin, as I'm attempting to, and I try to step out and make my way to the main entrance door, focusing straight ahead, not looking down. Focusing straight ahead, not looking down.
Excellent. When you start praying, you're praying out loud?
Yes, not loudly, but like kind of muttering to myself. But yeah.
As you are praying and muttering to yourself, Wiki, your belly chuckles.
Nobody asked you. All right.
Rumbling and the tumbling.
It's getting really creepy, Joe.
Just buckle up your galoshes and let's get this done. I'm just going to follow him out into the hallway.
Is everybody going?
Everybody's going.
And I am just
Uh,
stomping through this blood. I've had enough. I'm done. We're done. But I am watching where I'm going because there were hands back there, and
Yeah. And I'm pretty much doing the same, but with about 10 feet apart from Joe.
Excellent.
I'm more worried that Josephine's goose stepping down this hallway, but we're letting it happen.
I am not goose stepping. I am lifting my knees like a normal person.
I'm high marching. It's different.
Ah,
I am tromping.
Tromping. That's a good verb. Speaking of good verbs, Josephine, as you were stepping through the mud, through the blood and the muck, you get this sort of sensation of blood in your throat, like you're tasting it.
Nope.
Tastes like denial.
Nope.
oh,
I'm just gonna keep going because no.
you're gonna get athlete's mouth.
Athlete's mouth. Oh my god.
You know, I'm starting to wonder if this Philosopher's Stone is really worth all of this.
Yeah, same.
Like, how bad would it be if the Nazis got it?
I will
Honestly, if they got
stop.
it, they probably earned it.
I will. Or is that you saying that, or is that Naomi saying that?
Oh, I'm saying that, or Naomi saying that. Like, how bad would it actually be? I mean,
I will stop in my tromping, turn around, look at her, and spit the blood out of my mouth.
like, yeah, not worth it. Not worth this.
And then I will turn around and start tromping down the corridor again.
Excellent. You spit the blood out of your mouth and you feel almost like somebody is releasing liquid inside your shoe.
What?
Wet socks. What new fresh hell is this?
No. No.
I disbelieve.
Okay, perfect. Outside of the church, you do see that the cemetery out here looks much like it did in the surface world. There's no sign of construction equipment down here that was bulldozing anything. And the big statue of Saint Michael that was in front of the other church, with Michael holding a spear into the cast down Lucifer, has the roles reversed. The serpent has Michael wrapped heavily around his neck and is piercing his chest with its venomous fangs.
Yeah. We get it. We're in hell. It's great. Whatever.
Yeah, the sky is red.
Yeah. Josephine's had enough. She's like, no, we're here to do the thing. We're gonna do the thing, and then we're gonna leave and whatever.
Thing. So we can say we did the thing.
And then me and my belly mouth and whatever's going on with my foot are gonna have words with, I don't know, somebody, maybe Lucifer, possibly God, whatever.
I'm sending a strong worded letter to somebody.
That's right.
If you've got a foot mouth, do you have ankle teeth?
Ankle biter.
I hate
I'm-
everything about this.
I am taking another swig of alcohol because that is the only appropriate response
Mhm.
to
You know
what we are currently seeing.
I'll tap Carson gently on the shoulder and hold out a hand a little pleadingly.
And I will do the same to Yasha.
I share the flask.
Mm-hmm. Take a bump. Pass to Rachel.
Everybody's taking bumps. It's good.
When Rachel's done, take a bump. Pass back to Carson. Okay, let's find a grave.
There is a large golden mausoleum to the northwest of where you are currently. That does appear to be in the area that the Germans were excavating on the upper side.
See, found it.
They were in the right spot, just in the wrong dimension.
We could have helped them. We could have sent them all to hell, but no, we showed up instead.
To be fair, hell wasn't in the brochure.
Yeah, this certainly wasn't in the FYI.
I don't know. Maybe a better map.
Maybe a lot more alcohol. Carson had it right.
We are not in the catacombs anymore.
Let's go do the thing.
Yeah, let's go over to the mausoleum.
Stomp on over there.
Do
Excellent.
deep breaths to center myself and regain my nerve, and then start marching myself over to the catacombs.
Perfect. As you head over to that mausoleum, you do see that it is covered in very elaborate carvings of various beings engaged in several sinful acts.
Okay.
That's the polite way of saying what is all over this.
Yeah. It's an
Mausoleum.
orgy, right?
Some of
There's
it is
an
an
orgy
orgy. Some
happening.
of it is a murder. Some of it is somebody slicing the face off of another person and putting it on themselves. Something to represent all 7 of the deadly sins.
Ah, cool. Yeah, this is fine.
The important part, if you don't look at it, just look at the door. Laser focus.
I'm looking at everything. Josephine's pretty sure she went crazy, and like, this is just some kind of hallucination. She's pretty sure she is like on the verge of death. Like somebody shot her in the church, and she's like,
Oh, I fell on my head when I was climbing down the ladder.
yeah. Like,
I have a super concussion.
yeah. She's absolutely positive that this is all just her wacko mind finally snapping.
It do be like that.
And it's just now occurring to me that I am not getting paid enough for this.
None of us are. My therapist is the only one getting paid enough.
All right, so we beeline.
And sure enough, there is a door on the front of it. The door is currently locked. It does include a phrase carved into the front of it saying, "Here lies Nicholas Flamel, mortal who grasped beyond his means."
Let me open the door.
There are 2 keyholes.
Someone has a key, don't they?
Has a key.
A key.
I don't know. We'll see if it works on one of the locks or both.
It does settle into the right-hand lock, and it feels like it does click. And once it's clicked in there, it is stuck in the door.
Oh, that's convenient.
Uh,
Anybody else find a key?
Does it open?
The whole door does not open. It unlocks one of the locks, but the other
Oh,
lock is still
yeah.
closed.
So we have to go find another key.
But I still feel like there's something in my shoe.
You sure do.
God damn it. Does it feel like a key?
Does not feel like a key.
Okay, then I'm not checking.
Anybody else find a key?
Nope. Just my dead sister.
Okie dokie.
I killed Max again.
Look over at Carson.
But before. The first time.
You have terrible, no good, bad time too?
It's like, I'm having a terrible, no good, bad time now.
Okay, so we have to find key. Is in church or in catacomb or
Give me a perception seeing test.
in book?
Everybody.
It's under the doormat.
It's under the door. We
Oh,
gotta go dig through the blood.
It's a lead
head
key.
rock. Oh, that's a 5. That's appropriate.
11.
An 8.
Don't want to see a
7.
thing.
So Josephine, with an 11, you are the only person who notices this. Each of the tombstones through here are numbered. All throughout the cemetery, it looks like there is a number on each tombstone.
Interesting. I will wander through and see if I can find 2 7s.
They all only have one number on them. But you do find 7 readily enough. 7 is over here in this row of graves.
Okay. There's a 7 over here.
Walk along. How high do the numbers go?
They go up to 50. And don't count because I don't think they actually go up to 50, but for my intents and purposes, they go up to 50.
Oh, that's fine. So,
Maybe we're looking for 14.
or 49
Or is there a 0?
or 1. So 4.
There is
4
not a
possibilities.
0.
3 possibilities. If it's math.
You do see that 7 has the name Katja Albrecht written on it.
What does 14 have on it? Out of curiosity.
14 has the name Henri Leroux.
Do these names mean anything to us?
Katya is the
think-
little girl you poisoned.
It's on 49.
49 has the name Stasia de Combe.
I suddenly get very worried that the other 47 might be names that seem familiar to me, so we're not going to check.
Do we have to go digging into these graves?
Probably. It seems like a hell thing, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start digging into my sister's grave because why the hell not?
I
Excellent.
can think of many reasons, but
Yep. I'm with the little one, and I just start digging.
I'm with Joe. I'm a little over
Because I want to remind people that I specifically said I'm going to get one of those little collapsible trench shovels because it feels like we might need one.
That was good looking out. Naomi, are you digging with your hands?
Do I have a shovel? I don't think I have a shovel.
I don't think you have a shovel.
Well, then I guess I'm digging with my hands.
You can dig with the crowbar. We have one of those.
You guys do have a crowbar.
I don't,
know how-
I don't think that'll be as effective as my hands. And I just bit my cheek for the 17th time.
Oh, don't do that.
It hurts.
Which is why you shouldn't do it.
I know. But once you do it, it starts to swell, so you keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
My mouth doesn't like where there's any foreign feeling in my mouth.
Which
Oh,
mouth?
Right. So I'm
All of them.
digging. I'm digging, and I'm
Foot
digging
mouth hates lint.
really at this point.
Excellent. So, Naomi, you are digging away at the dirt. It does sort of have the spongy texture to it as you're moving through. It seems like you were meant to dig in this spot. As you are
Like I was
clearing
meant
away.
to?
That's what it feels like almost. Like the earth, like the dirt is giving way to you as you're
Ah.
digging through.
Okay.
It's freshly dug.
Freshly dug.
Um,
Go ahead, Carson.
do I still have the book with me? Because I didn't say I put it down.
You can have it with you if you want.
I want to look back at the notes and see if there's anything else I can pick up based on, maybe because all the verses will be numbered and stuff. So maybe there's something I overlooked.
Give me an intelligence engineering check.
13, lucky 13.
That number keeps popping up. Today's stream is brought to you by lucky number 13. As you're looking at the book, you don't notice anything new within the notes so much, Carson, as the way that he has laid some of the designs out. You're recognizing some very geometric shapes. You get the impression that the sevens are meant to be added together, not multiplied.
Given the pattern and given I got one stunt point on my successful test, does it seem like it's kind of overlapping in that maybe like a map of the cemetery or the grounds?
Yes.
And it's
looking for number 14.
Mid-dig, I go, I just said that!
Number 14 is over here, Carson.
Henri's grave.
That is Henri Leroux's grave. However, Naomi, as you dig down, you do reach a coffin in the depths of this grave.
okay.
It is not nailed shut.
They're still there.
Okay. So I don't need the crowbar.
You might need the crowbar.
Yeah. yeah. Hold that crowbar. Yep, you're fine.
All right. So maybe I'll just grab that crowbar. Just in case. And I'll open it.
Cool. Give me a dexterity check. Ooh, 16 is really good. You go to lift open the lid, and as you lift it open, you hear, you feel this sort of pull and this disengage of a device. As the lid pops up, it does spray this weird sort of noxious chemical in your face, but you're able to avoid most of it. You take 5 points of damage. As you see the skeletal remains of your little sister inside. In her mouth, it appears to be a nozzle that has sprayed some kind of gas on you.
I stopped digging. 14, you said. Okay.
Well, and I am working to wipe it off as fast as I can. I'm gonna get out of the grave because that was not what I was hoping it would be.
Offer Rachel a hanky.
We know. You'll look at everyone and go, well, now we know. So on to the next.
And I'm going to go over to Carson and hand him the shovel. I don't need this anymore.
Naomi, as you're walking away from the open grave, you think you hear the skeleton sort of adjust in the coffin to get its head up over the railing to look at you.
Okay, cool. That's good for it.
Still need that crowbar? Whack the hell.
Are you kidding me?
It doesn't get out of the coffin, but it is looking at you longingly.
Yeah,
What
I'm
do you
sure
want?
it is.
What? What are you staring at?
That's great. I'm sure it's fine.
It doesn't say anything.
Take a picture, it'll last longer.
I pull up my camera. Did you want one? It's weird, but
I don't think this is a memory I would like to remember, Joe.
you're the one that said you wanted a camera.
Yeah, well, I'm a teenager. You shouldn't take everything I say so literally.
You're talking to a skull.
Well, after the night I've had, I think that's the least of our worries.
I love. We've all gone completely just nuts. We've just lost it completely.
So Carson, what you reading?
So Carson, as you are digging up, you do see inside there is another coffin, and you see the skeletal remains of Henri Rouault grasping his car keys in his hand.
Of course he is.
Mm-hmm.
I will reach down and try to remove the car keys, and while I'm doing that, I'm keeping an eye out for shenanigans.
Cool. Good news,
Did
no
you-
shenanigans.
Did you just say ghoul, ghoul, ghoul?
Go.
Cool.
Cool.
You're able to get the keys out of the skeleton's grasp. You think somewhere you hear the sound of wrenching metal, but the skeleton doesn't seem to move. And on the key ring, there are the keys that you expect to be, as well as half of a shin bone with a brass skeleton key extending out of it.
Yeah, that looks like the bone mine was. Oh, I mean, yes, in a bone.
It's totally not in a bone. It's fine.
The key might have been in a bone.
That's wonderfully interesting information.
It didn't seem. Well, yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Carson, good job. You did it.
And I will toss the key up to whoever's up there and crawl my ass out of this hole I just dug.
Now I'll help you out.
I got the key and I'm running away from the skull that's staring at me and the door.
It is still staring.
Carson, the one-armed hug, just because he looks like he needs it.
Silently judging. But Naomi, as you stick the key into the other lock and twist it over, the door does grind into either side of the mausoleum, and you can hear the carvings begin to animate and start making noises related to the activities that are taking place. There's screaming, moaning, groaning, boasting.
Bursting.
Boasting.
Oh,
Bursting. Squelching.
There is squelching. Slicing.
and it intensifies.
Who's first?
Just undulating.
There's the sound of honey on sandpaper,
Mhm.
and also the sound of maple syrup on sandpaper.
All kinds of
And-
viscous liquids on sandpaper.
I'm going to buy some sandpaper and some syrup, and I'm going to show you what noise it makes.
I'm like, what? Yeah, what? I don't want to know.
It's a
You
thing.
really don't.
It's a whole thing.
You might be sad you do know. Oh, look, a door. How about that? Let's do. Yep.
So, the doorway goes into the mausoleum. There's a stairway that goes down into the depths of the earth. It leads down into an antechamber of sorts that is lined with 4 small cells behind lead bars. There is a reflecting pool in the center of this room, and a wall that has a relief of the sunrise and moonrise over Paris painted on the wall. There are several 3D textures built into the bas relief, specifically on the sun and the moon. And there are piles and piles and piles of gold coins down here and other assorted shiny treasures. And there's a large flat slab in the middle of the reflecting pool that has a man dressed in what you would call like 1500s wizard clothes. He looks like Leonardo da Vinci in a pointy hat.
An actual man or a statue of a man?
Looks like an actual man.
Just chilling.
He's
Just-
laying
just-
on the slab.
Like,
Just chilling in hell.
is he conscious?
He does not appear to be.
Is he alive?
Hard to tell from this distance. He does have 2 silver coins on both of his eyes.
Probably not.
But his flesh is pink and it looks warm to the touch.
I'm not poking
well,
that one.
Yeah, well, and I just had a skeleton stare at me, so appearances aren't everything.
Mhm.
Oh, who's gonna go for a swim? Check NF out. He's in the water, right?
Yes,
There's water.
he is in the
Okay.
pool. His slab
Okay.
is in the pool.
How deep does the reflecting pool look?
Give me a perception seeing test.
Bottomless.
That is a 22 with 6 stone points.
It sure
Gosh
is.
darn.
Do you want to see if there's any exploration stunts you would like to do?
Sure.
I will let you know with a 22, it does appear to go down at least as deep as the room is tall.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Go.
And the room is about 15 feet tall, so you think the pool goes down about 15 feet. And you think you see at the bottom there is another slab. Like the slab isn't built into the floor. It looks like the slab may be floating with a top and a bottom shelf.
Floating.
And not bobbing up and down, floating, just like stuck in suspended animation in the air / in the water.
Does it look like it might be the reflection of the... Does it look like it might be the version where we came from, is what I'm trying to ask.
It's possible.
Okay. I don't really see anything that would help.
Then I'll just
So-
give you some more information for your six stop
Okay,
points.
cool.
The reflecting pool is a perfect reflection. You're noticing, it looks like you can easily tell what is on this side of the room, and then looking underneath, it looks like there is a chamber of equal proportions down in the water.
Cool.
So way home.
Mm,
Maybe.
probably not.
Oh, fingers crossed.
All right. I will look down at my stomach and say, hold your breath. And I'm going to dive into the pool.
You all hear Josephine's belly gasp as it takes in a breath.
And I'm going to make for the other chamber.
Give me a strength test
Oh,
for
no.
swimming and a constitution test for holding your breath. Because it is a 15-foot dive.
Oh no. I chose poorly. That's a 6 on my swimming.
Mhm.
And what was the other one?
Constitution stamina for holding your
Oh,
breath.
cool. The two of the things I have zeros in. That's an 11.
So you swim down as far as you can, but you start to feel your lungs giving out, so you come back up to the surface. You're not able to make it all the way to the top of the other side of the pillar.
I'll paddle over to the little plinth in the middle of the thing and poke.
The body up there that you're poking, it does
Uh-huh.
feel warm to the touch still, as if it was alive. It does not move when you touch it. except for the jingle of the coins on its eyes.
Yo, sassafras. Get your ass up.
The body does not move.
Don't poke it, it might bite you.
I'll bite it back.
I know.
I'm gonna try to pull myself up onto the stone.
Yeah, you're able to hoist yourself up there. It is long enough for a human body, so it is about 6 feet across or 6 feet long by 4 feet across. So there's room for you to stand around it.
Gonna go up toward the face, lift one of the coins, just peek.
There's another coin underneath, because there's 2 on each eye. But you're able, if you move both coins, you do see there is a glassy, blind eye looking up at you.
He might be dead. Do I know how to take a pulse?
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
Okay.
He does not have a pulse.
I think he's dead.
Your medical opinion, he may have died in the last couple of minutes.
Anything in his hands?
Shit.
As a matter of fact, he does have something in his hands. There is a little rolled up scroll in his right hand.
This motherfucker. What's it say?
It says, "As above, so below."
Are there any other rooms or doors or alcoves in this chamber?
There are 4 other alcoves in this chamber. They are behind lead bars. They are mostly filled with gold coins and other assorted treasures.
Anybody else a stronger swimmer than I am?
Nah. Make my way over to the pool. Don't give her a shot.
Cool. Give me a strength swimming check.
Glub, glub, glub.
And then a constitution stamina check.
That's okay. We're bear through the pain, baby.
Wow.
So with a 15, you are able to get all the way to the bottom of the plinth. There is no break in the water down here. This chamber down here appears to be completely filled with water. But there is an identical body on the other side of the plinth.
Like stuck to the, like hanging upside down?
It is upside down on the bottom of the plinth. It's not attached by any means, but it is sticking there. It's not like bolted down or belted down or anything like that.
That seems perfectly normal.
Yeah, no Midwest dad was like, "Well, that's not going anywhere." And he said he put the bumpy ties on there.
It's crazy glue. It's crazy.
And again,
alright.
down here, there are 4 alcoves. There's gold coins on the floor. Again, seemingly attached to the floor in a way that doesn't make any sense to you, Yasha. And there is another mural. This one, however, has... it does not have a sun or a moon looking down on Paris.
It's still the Paris skyline, just nothing in the sky.
Yep.
So does the water break? Like, is it?
It's completely
There's
underwater. There's no water break down here.
Okay. Then swim down, see if there's something in the right hand of this guy.
You do have to surface. Unless you want to push it and take some damage.
I'll take some damage for it.
Okay. As your lungs begin to burn, you take 3 points of penetrating damage. But you do see there is a piece of paper in his hand.
I found it. We'll grab the paper and surface.
Excellent. Yasha breaks through the water, gasping for air. lungs burning, you're able to drag yourself back up out of the reflecting pool. And the piece of paper in your hand is completely dry. The rest of you is soaking wet, but the piece of paper is dry.
Hold it up to Carson as I let him read the paper as I drag myself out.
And it says, as above, so below.
The mural's wrong down
Yeah,
there.
does he have coins on his eyes down there?
He did not
I'm
have
pretty sure
coins
I
on
saw-
his eyes down there.
Oh, sorry, I guess not. No.
I guess that's what these are for.
Oh,
They're double stacked up here. There should be one on set on both of them.
yeah.
And a frozen wrench.
You don't want me to swim back down, huh?
I mean, I can try again.
No, it's fine.
I mean, you're already wet, so.
I'm also wet.
But the mural's wrong down there too. The sky's blank.
I'm gonna look over at the icons on the mural, and I want to get a really up close personal look at them and see, are they set into the? Are they actually part of the mural? Or are they like set into the mural? Or are they? Because I might be having Resident Evil flashbacks right now. But you know.
Give me an intelligence engineering test.
$11.
Carson, with an 11, you do notice that the mural itself appears to have several concentric rings that are able to be rotated to change the image on the mural itself. You also notice there are 2 indentations that look like they are made for 2 pairs of feet to stand in front of the mural.
Because why the fuck not? I'm ready to stand in the steps and then, yeah.
When you step into the first set of footprints, there is a clicking noise, and your feet are latched into this area. You're still able to reach the wall to make adjustments to one half of the mural, but if you try to stretch farther than that, you do feel yourself rooted in place.
Of course I am.
Hey, you want to check on that on the other side? I don't mean step in it. I mean check to see if it exists.
It did. Well, I don't know about that. Yeah, I'll see if there's feats. I'll be back. All right, let's take
Big
another
breaths.
swim.
Big breaths.
Deep breath. Deep air breath.
Do one with the water.
I'm a fish in the pond. See how I swim.
I'm a leaf on the wind.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Yep. Don't like it. Don't like it at all.
Well, that's
13
one
and
better
an 8.
on your Constitution test.
There's improvement.
But you are able to swim down. You know what you're looking for at this point, so you do swim over to the back of the room. You do see, sure enough, there are 2 footprints down there, seeming to match the ones that Carson is currently locked in.
With an 8, do I have enough time to put the coins on the eyes and resurface?
I'll allow it.
Fair enough. I don't want to answer truthfully, but I feel like I have to. Yeah, there's featses. You want me to swim back down, don't you? Yeah.
Well, first of all, let's get that to match what you're seeing down there.
I don't think either one of them's right.
Well, before we send more people down, maybe we should figure out what it should be.
My suspicion is that it should have one celestial object in both of them, and not 2 and 1 and 0 in the other.
So which one gets this? Does this get the sun and down there gets the moon?
I think this gets the moon and that gets the sun. because it's the dark reflection.
Oh yeah, we're in hell.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, is that where you
It's my guess.
Yeah.
Part of that is based on the fact that there were 2 sets of coins for each eye up here and 0 sets down there, and we had to put 1 on 1.
So maybe up here does get the sun, because wasn't Lucifer like the morning star?
Until he was cast out.
Can you spin the mural just to make sure?
He's like, I really don't want to go back down there.
Well, if maybe there's only one thing that matches, I'd at least like to know what the options are.
The options are me taking damage, but okay.
Oh yeah, I'm about to stick my feet in the holdy thing downstairs underwater.
Well, I think we need all of us. 2 of us need to go down, and 2 of us need to stay here.
Well,
There are 2 sets of feet, right?
There are 2 sets of feet.
Carson is immobile.
And Carson is already locked in on the surface level.
Yep.
Surface level.
I'm already wet. If you could pull me down there.
Don't bite me, but okay.
Just don't poke me in the belly button.
I gotta, you poked me. Okay.
I was just checking.
And Carson,
checked
you do
too,
notice that
hurt.
you're able to move the mural on one half of the mural, but you can't. When you try to touch the other side, it doesn't allow you to move anything. But it looks like you can move things without punishment on your side.
For now.
For now. Alex, your face, it doesn't have a mute button.
Don't look at me. I should wear a mask when I do these games. We'll start GMing with sunglasses like Roy Orbison.
It's not your eyes that are the problem.
Mm.
Smiley.
I don't know what you're worried about.
Drowning.
That's not what I'm worried about.
Well, we all have different degrees of worry. Well,
So-
Rachel, do you want to?
I think
Hop
it's
in.
Naomi.
Or Naomi, sorry.
No?
You can have the above ground feet.
All right. Here we go.
Click, click. Boom.
Alright, so Naomi locks in next to Carson. Do you want to make any adjustments on this one before you send the 2 people down to the drowning part?
Drowning pool.
Sure.
So am I on the other half of the mural? Is that what that is?
Yep, so you're on the left side of the mural, Carson's on the right side of the mural. And both of
Okay.
you have circles that can move stuff to make it like a bright sunny day in Paris. You can make it a dark moonlight in Paris. You can change to between a full moon or a new moon in Paris.
Okay.
There's
So
too many options.
yeah. Do we have to work together to make the scene?
Yes, yep.
Okay. So what do we want to change it to?
I would say a full moon in Paris.
Okay. I'm just
And
thinking.
the other 2 can see how you're making these movements to sort of get that into
Yeah.
their mind as they are.
We're just hanging out, waiting to see what they do, so we can do the opposite on the other side.
Hanging around, being fish.
All right. So we switch it out to a full moon, night sky. Does anything happen?
There's no clicking or locking in place or anything
No
like that.
clicking or locking. Okay. Can we change the moon phase? See if it's it.
Yeah, no matter what configuration you make, it doesn't lock or make any sign that it is the correct configuration.
I don't think it's going to, because that'd be too much hotel, and Alex won't do that for us because he's mean.
Alrighty.
All right, so we're doing high noon on the other side.
My
And we're still
suspicion.
stuck.
Doing good. All right, let's go.
If it's not high noon, we try and find the moon and make it match.
If it's not high noon, we're gonna be locked into place and it won't matter.
I'm just thinking of what we try after that because, yeah, we're not coming back. All right, we got it the first time. No problem. Good job.
It's fine. It's fine. This is fine.
This is 100%. You ready, boss?
Nope, but let's do it anyway.
Right there with you.
Awesome.
I'll offer a hand to help you back down here in the water and help you swim.
Yep.
Everybody takes a deep breath. And I think this is a great point to take our quick break.
No!
Because it's about 9 o'clock, so we should go ahead and take a break real quick. We'll be back in 5 minutes, everybody, to see what happens to our stalwart heroes as they go down to lock themselves underwater and see if they can solve the puzzle of Nicholas Flamel.
We're all gonna die, because that's what's gonna happen.
You'll be fine. It'll be fine. But we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you then.